Expect to see all kinds of Jeeps filling the streets of downtown Toledo this week, and one of the rarest was made right here in Toledo.
It's called a Super Jeep. It's owned by a man who spent decades working at the Jeep plant, working also on a lot of famous vehicles. 13 ABC's Lisa Guyton covers the Jeep beat. She and photographer Todd Gartner went for a ride today, and Lisa joins us with the story you'll only see here.
This is a Super Jeep. It's one of only 214 built here in Toledo in 1973. There aren't many left on the road today. This one will be front and center at the Jeep Fest parade and car show. This Super Jeep rides around town in style on a trailer, and today we tagged along. Even though it's more than 40 years old, this Jeep has less than 1,000 miles on it.
It's got 596 miles.
Gene Smith hasn't started up the Super Jeep in a few years, but he says it would be easy to get it back in working order.
It hasn't run for quite a while, but if I put gas in the tank and probably rebuild the carburetor, it's ready to go.
The Super Jeep was made in Toledo, but this one spent its early years elsewhere. It came back home after Gene spotted it at a flea market near Cincinnati.
The guy from Indianapolis had it. He bought it in Chicago at an AMC dealer, and I bought it off him in 1976.
What did you pay for it?
I paid $6,000 for it.
Good investment.
Yeah.
Smith says today it could fetch 6 figures.
What's that Jeep worth now? They're going on eBay for like between 100,000, 125. If you can find one.
The majority of the rare Jeeps had a V6 engine. This one has a V8. Smith then souped up his Super Jeep quite a bit for drag racing. But he could easily transform it back to its original condition.
It had the original tires, the original top, the original windshield, the original seats. I have all that.
Jeep is truly in Smith's blood. He worked at the Toledo plant for 25 years. A lot of that time was spent in the service garage working on Jeeps for presidents, celebrities, and even one for Chrysler CEO Lee Iacocca.
I could tell that Chrysler was going to buy Jeep back then in '87 because his Jeep came down the line with a ballast resistor, and I had to work in his Jeep about 2 weeks to have it absolutely perfect. It was a limited edition.
All these years later, Gene's own limited edition is still turning heads. Lisa Guyton, 13 ABC, Action News.
Oh.
And Toledo becomes Jeep City, as if it already isn't, this weekend, big time.
Yeah, Jeeps of all shapes and sizes headed downtown for the second Toledo Jeep Fest. The event includes a huge parade on Saturday. If you can't make it downtown for that, we certainly have you covered. 13 ABC, your official TV station for the parade. You can watch it live right here starting at 11 o'clock Saturday morning. Ton of other Jeep-related activities happening all weekend. You've got all the details. You can find them at 13abc.com.